Welcome, everybody. This is the King's Fund's free self-guided course in leading with kindness and compassion in health and social care. My name is Simon Newitt. I'm a senior consultant in leadership and organisation development here at the King's Fund.
And my name's Mark Doughty. I'm a colleague of Simon at the King's Fund.
So why did we do this? Well, we wanted to put out something that we thought might have some value and use for those working in the health and care system. And we've done it in a way that we hope, regardless of your role or status in the system, whichever sector you work in, whether it's a local authority, the NHS, or the voluntary and community sector, whether you're just starting out in your career or you're a seasoned leader, that you will find something in this course that's of value and stimulating to you. And indeed, that you might even check in back in it at different points in your career and find something fresh and new thinking as well. We've also written it because we're profoundly conscious that the health and care system is emerging very slowly from the grip of a global pandemic, and in the broadest sense, the health and care system is under extraordinary pressure. There is a workforce that is exhausted. There is the moral injury delivered by the pandemic itself, and there is the loss and grief that now coexist alongside what were already pretty entrenched problems of resourcing, staff shortages, excessive workload, and of course some of the structural inequalities that patients, service users and staff experience at a very profoundly personal level. And you might think, well, in that context, what on earth value does an introductory course to kindness and compassion have to offer? But actually, we think it's pretty important, actually, and that context makes it even more so. Mark, maybe you could expand a little bit on why.
I think that's a really great introduction, Simon, because kindness and compassion is not just about a set of tools or techniques that we can introduce you to. It's also about a relational way of being. It's a way of working with others. And it's very easy to talk about. It's very easy to take it for granted. I'm a service user. I access the NHS 2 or 3 times a month, and you would assume that kindness and compassion is going to be everywhere. And sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. This course is an opportunity for all of us to explore our relationship with kindness and compassion, what it is we can do, and to improve, to develop our kindness and compassion in the system, and what gets in the way of us doing that. And to move forward and look at what we can take away from this to make changes in our personal and our professional lives in relation to kindness and compassion.
Yeah, and I guess what we're definitely not suggesting is that kind and compassionate leadership is a magic bullet for some of the structural and systemic challenges facing the health and care system. But the reality is that for most of us, our experience of work in health and care is a fundamentally relational one, whether that's between patients, carers and service users or our colleagues. And because it's fundamentally relational, and because kindness and compassion are relational acts, they can be potent, powerful forces for a different kind of workplace. And so while we don't want to diminish some of the structural challenges facing the system, we do think these qualities matter and that they can make a difference. And Mark and I are really looking forward to walking with you through the course over the next 3 weeks.
Fantastic. Thank you, Simon.